You've seen it before. Maybe carved into a temple wall, printed on a yoga mat, or hidden in a piece of jewelry. A perfect circle made of overlapping petals forming a mesmerizing geometric pattern. It's called the flower of life. But where did it come from? Why is it found in ancient civilizations across the globe? And what does it actually mean? The flower of life is one of the oldest and most mysterious symbols known to mankind. At first glance, it looks simple. Just a series of circles arranged in a perfect symmetry. But hidden within its curves are mathematical secrets, sacred geometry, and perhaps even the blueprint of life itself. Its origins are unclear, but some of the earliest known examples date back over 6,000 years. It appears on the walls of the Osirian temple in Abydos, Egypt, a site that some archaeologists believe is far older than the rest of the temple complex. What's strange is that the symbol wasn't carved into the stone. It looks as if it was burned or laser etched onto the granite, which has fueled countless theories about lost technologies and ancient knowledge. But Egypt isn't the only place it's been found. The flower of life appears in ancient Chinese art, Phoenician carvings, Indian temples, and even in the Forbidden City in Beijing. In Turkey, it's engraved at the ancient site of Ephesus. In Israel, it was discovered in old synagogues. And in medieval Europe, it shows up in Gothic cathedrals like Chartres and Notre Dame. How did the same symbol end up across so many different civilizations, separated by thousands of miles and centuries of time? Some researchers believe it's a universal pattern that humans discovered independently. Others suggest it points to a forgotten civilization, a lost culture that once shared sacred knowledge across the ancient world. At its core, the flower of life is based on a principle called sacred geometry, the idea that shapes and patterns found in nature are reflections of deeper spiritual truths. Start with one circle, then draw another with the same radius so that the edge of one touches the center of the other. Continue outward, overlapping circle after circle. Soon, you'll have the flower of life, a complex interwoven pattern that contains hidden forms like the seed of life, the egg of life, and even the tree of life from Kabbalah. And here's where things get really interesting. Inside the flower of life, you can also find the Metatron's cube, a pattern that contains all 5 platonic solids, the building blocks of 3-dimensional space. These shapes are found in molecular structures, crystal formations, and even the layout of atoms. Some say that the flower of life is more than just geometry, that it represents the very structure of reality. It mirrors the cell division process in embryos, the shapes of snowflakes, and the orbits of planets. It's the fingerprint of creation, encoded in everything from DNA to the galaxies. But for all its beauty and mystery, no one knows for sure what the symbol meant to the people who first created it. There are no surviving texts or instructions from ancient Egypt or Sumeria that explain its purpose. No hieroglyphs next to the pattern, no myths directly tied to it. It simply exists, like a message written in a forgotten language. In modern times, the flower of life has become a symbol of spirituality and awakening. It's used in meditation, energy healing, and even quantum physics theories. Some believe it unlocks higher consciousness, that by meditating on it, one can access a deeper understanding of the universe. Others dismiss it as just a beautiful pattern. But then again, why did so many ancient cultures preserve it? Why did they carve it into sacred spaces, places meant to connect humans with the divine? Some theorists believe the symbol is a universal code, something left behind by advanced beings or civilizations to guide us. Others think it's proof that ancient humans had knowledge far beyond what we give them credit for. Knowledge of math, astronomy, and biology that we're only now beginning to rediscover. And maybe that's the most haunting part of the story. The flower of life might be the ultimate forgotten symbol, something that once held deep meaning, now reduced to decoration. It might be the key to understanding how ancient civilizations viewed the world, life, and the cosmos itself. Or maybe it's something even greater, a reminder that we once looked to the stars, to nature, and to ourselves, and saw the same pattern repeating over and over again. Because while we may have forgotten the words, the symbols still speak.